Nice.
Welcome, everyone, to Main Street Gamers Fireside Chat, Episode 5. I'm Taylor Davis, your host tonight, with Chris Ingalls, and the game today that we are going to have a little chatty chat about is Splinter Cell Blacklist. Chris, you played this game. Let me know what you thought about it.
Splinter Cell Blacklist is awesome. I absolutely loved it. A little background information, I'm a huge Splinter Cell fan. Since the first game, I'm all in. I've always been a big Splinter Cell fan, so it wasn't hard for me to get on board with this right away. But, some of the things, they fixed a lot of the things I didn't like about the last one, and I just thought it was a really, really great experience.
Alright, so, for me, I've played some Splinter Cells. I really don't know what's going on in the Splinter Cell universe at all. Can you bring me up to speed of what Blacklist is about?
Yeah, so Blacklist is about this terrorist organization that plans this series of attacks against the United States that you are tasked with investigating and stopping. I feel like the story's good, but the story's not why you play the game. I actually really enjoyed the story this time, but it just kind of sets up these crazy, awesome missions in different parts of the country, in different environments, you know. So, one mission you're in the Middle East, and one mission you're in a desert somewhere, and then one mission you're in downtown Chicago, and, you know, it varies a lot, but that's actually what makes it a ton of fun. The big thing about this game that people are going to really enjoy is there's 3 distinct play styles that you can play through in the game. One is Ghost, which is you aren't seen, you aren't heard, you don't affect people. If you have to actually kill or not even kill them, but if you have to stop attack an enemy, you knock them out instead of killing them, so that they wake up and go oh, what happened? What was here? So you're not seen or heard at all. There's also one that's called Panther, which is you're quiet until you kill them. So you can sneak up on a guy and then just blow his brains out with a silenced pistol. And then the third one is called Assault, which you use a big AR and flashbangs, grenades, that sort of thing.
Definitely me.
And what's cool about it is you earn money for getting the kills in different ways, and you can use that money to upgrade the stuff, your gear and stuff. So if you play Assault and get a ton of Assault kills, you can use the Assault money to upgrade your AR and buy all these black market weapons that are super powerful. And then if you have a bunch of Ghost points, you can use them on gadgets that little things that you can throw around the room that make noise, and cameras and stuff, so that you can move more efficiently. And your suit too. You can get upgraded suit material, so it's harder to see in the dark. And then the Predator stuff, you can get new pistols and new gadgets and stuff for that too. So it's actually the system is really cool because it kind of allows you to play through it however you want to.
Alright, so I won't be purchasing this game. I maybe might play it sometime, but so for someone who's not a fan of the series, why should you play or buy this game?
I think it's great for anyone who likes action adventure games. It even kind of feels a little bit like Gears of War with the cover system. So, it hits a wide audience, I think. And it's kind of been a slow time for gaming. If you're really looking just for something to pick up, even if you just rent it for a couple days, it's really worth it. I think it's a great game.
What's the story?
The story I think was the single player campaign is 10 to 12 hours. But there's also a ton of optional missions, single player or co-op, and then there's also a multiplayer component where you play spies versus mercs, which is arguably one of the best parts of the game. How that works is there's it's 3-on-3 and or 4-on-4 or 2-on-2 depending on how you want to play. And what happens is the spies try and hack terminals, and the mercenaries have to try and stop them. But it's a lot of fun. It's they fixed the main problem with it. That game mode appeared in Splinter Cell Double Agent, but was left out of Conviction until DLC. But they fixed the main problem with it, where in Conviction or in Double Agent you had to either be a spy or a merc. But in this version, like at halftime, you switch sides, so you get to play as both in every match. So it's actually really, really awesome.
That makes sense.
My only sort of major knock on this game is they could have taken stuff like one step further, like one more level of like interactivity. So the first mission is set in the Middle East, and I was like invading this big compound,
Yeah.
where there are these terrorists hiding. And I can't, like, the first, like, wall I climbed up, and they're, like, big sandbox worlds, so there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. Like, the first, like, wall I climbed up, I was on this balcony thing, and there was a generator up there. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to be able to kill power to this whole building to shut out, like, with this generator. And I couldn't. Like, that would have been so awesome if you would have been able to walk up to the generator and kill the power to the whole building.
Yeah, and they could have done even a thing where, like, you get to kill his generator, and maybe there's only like a 3-minute deal where like a backup one kicks on, so now you have 3 minutes of complete darkness that you can take advantage of for the rest of the mission. It
would have been cool if there was some different stuff like that, because the sandboxes are big and they're a lot of fun. But it would have been really cool if they had added went that extra step to add some of those features throughout the missions. That if you sort of took the time to explore the area, you would get rewarded.
Maybe they thought about that, and maybe it was like it either came down to that or including multiplayer, I guess.
Yeah, because when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, it has to be. Like, that's what it has to be. Like, I have to be able to go up there and kill the lights, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
so
that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like one minor criticism of an amazing game. So,
but overall, Splinter Cell Blacklist has made it to the Main Street Gamers Hall of Games as the first title to reach. Surpassed 90. You gave it a 90. What was it?
Nope, 90 exactly. Yep.
90 exactly. So, congratulations to Splinter Cell. I mean, yeah, I feel like I could possibly be purchasing this game if I could get it for $20. I feel like that's what I would.
Yeah, I feel like that's like sort of the perfect. Like, if you're not a Splinter Cell, if you're a Splinter Cell fan, it's a no-brainer. If you're looking for just like a cool action adventure game, I would definitely say pick it up. But if you're kind of like on the fence, go rent it for like a day and just kind of like, because you're gonna know pretty quickly whether you like it or not. But a lot of people are gonna really enjoy this game if they pick it up and try it.
And I really think that whole like Ghost, Panther, like the 3 ways to play it is really amazing, because that really intrigued me to actually go ahead and check it out. So I'll probably that would probably be the key reason why I would be interested in playing this game at all.
I think that has to be the future of action-adventure games.
Absolutely.
Because, like, there's, like, a game like Dishonored, kind of the same way, but didn't quite go as elaborate as Splinter Cell did.
That game, I couldn't play that game just because of the whole...
I know, but if they had included something like that where you could have, like, went in guns a-blazing or did the stealth thing or kind of, like, did a little bit of both, I feel like you would have been more inclined to play it. Anyone would be, because, you can play it how you want to.
Yeah, and you have the ability to do it which way you want, and it's not like a thing where you start the game up where it's like, all right, do you want to play as Ghost, a Panther, or a Merc, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, in mission, you can transition between, like, all right, well, I just messed up the Ghost part, so I'm going to have to kill these guys, and then it actually rewards you for it, instead of being like, guess what, you got to start the whole mission over because they seen you at this one point.
Yeah,
it's like,
so
really dumb.
A lot of times what I would do is, like, if I was going into a room of like 3 or 4 guys, you can mark and execute. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
So like how that works is you mark the guys, and then like you earn this like sort of like super mode where you mark a bunch of people and then press one button and he shoots them all. So what I would do is I'd have to mark people, and then like I'd try and take them all silently one by one. But if they were ever alerted to my presence, I could just hit that one button and just headshot all 3, the other 3 guys in the room.
Yeah, that's really cool, dude.
And another thing I wanted to mention quickly was the AI. Like, the AI on this game was one of the better AIs I've ever played. So, like, there was a mission where I was in a building with a bunch of stories, and I snuck into a window, grabbed a guy, like a security guard, knocked him out, and then threw him out the window. And then, like, awesome. His partner was coming. This is not the story that you think it is. His partner was coming down the hall, and I could hear him coming, So I just jumped back out the window, but when I jumped out the window, I hadn't closed it after I'd opened. Like, it was closed when I first went in, when his partner was first in the room, and I had left it open. And the guy goes, "Was this window open before?" And he walked up and just like, "Oh," and like shot me right in the face.
Yeah, that's amazing.
There was another instance though where I threw a guy out a window. This is what Davis was referring to, and I accidentally hit another guy, and he's like, "Oh!" and like. Everyone knew I was there, and I just had to try and kill everyone. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool game. Everybody should check it out.
All right, so everybody go check out Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Please put Sam Fisher on the next generation of consoles.
Absolutely.
Please make another Splinter Cell game.
All right, this has been Main Street Gamers Fireside Chat, Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Splinter Cell!